The WWE is preparing for the long-awaited return of former Divas champion AJ Lee with her first match in a decade scheduled for Wrestle Palooza on September the 20th. Her reintroduction, her return to the WWE, to television, is expected to begin in the immediate future. And remember to subscribe. Remember to hype up this video, guys. Click that hype video, that hype selection, that hype tab below the video or somewhere in between there. It's a new feature on YouTube, so remember to like, hype, and make everything right and become a channel member today. According to Fightful Select, WWE Creative has circulated multiple ideas to bring AJ Lee back into storylines. While details of her exact role are being kept quiet, the expectation among the company sources is that she will be acknowledged or appear in person on this week's episode of SmackDown, serving as the official start of her comeback arc. This Friday's SmackDown will take place in Chicago, and CM Punk revealed on last night's Raw on Netflix that he will appear on the show. Brian Alvarez also reported that WWE is already working out match plans for AJ Lee. This aligns with previous indications that her involvement in Wrestle Palooza was not just symbolic but would include an actual in-ring appearance. News of AJ Lee's return has been met with enthusiasm across the roster, particularly amongst younger wrestlers who cited her as an inspiration during their formidable years. While many within WWE have not seen or spoken with her since 2015, since her exit back then, those who have maintained contact with her described their exchanges as constantly positive. So very positive. Very good, thank God. One veteran wrestler who never had the chance to share the ring with Lee admitted surprised that the comeback is happening. They noted that while CM Punk often brushed off speculation about a return, it now appears that stance was more about respecting her personal decisions than rejecting the idea outright. Although WrestlePalooza is the local point, sources in the focal and local point, sources stress that WWE is hopeful that AJ Lee's participation will not be limited to a single event, like not just a one-off, but it could be because she does have a lot of different issues and problems injury-wise. Even if her involvement ends there, management views her presence as a major boost to both nostalgia and star power in the women's division, and this would definitely be a huge momentum booster for AJ Lee. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Can you imagine the vibes, the aura? Are you excited? Are you amped up? Are you going to be entertained? Do you want to see AJ Lee return to the WWE? I got my shaving going on here. I shaved the hair up, but as you can see, I do have actual hair. It's just that I did a little shaving there. Shaving, misbehaving. But guys, this is huge. This is major. The major update on AJ Lee's WWE return. It has been teased. It has been planted. And now it is going to come to fruition. And now it is going to come full circle for AJ Lee. And this is a momentous thing. This is going to be major. This is going to be off the charts. This is going to be unlike anything we have not seen in a very long time. This is going to boost the morale in World Wrestling Entertainment. But ladies and gentlemen, that simply is not all. I literally thought they were going to kiss. Vince Russo is confused by Rhea Ripley's current booking on the red brand of Raw on Netflix. Also, Randy Orton might have pissed someone off in WWE, according to those in the know, because of how sadly and how not strongly he's being booked. And the weak booking of Randy Orton losing match after match, losing pay-per-view after PLE, after a live event. Randy Orton has been on a downward spiral ever since his return 2 years ago to the WWE. And there's a feeling that there's someone or somebody mad at the Viper, Randy Orton. Do you feel that the booking for Randy Orton has been weak, has been subpar? Has it been piss poor for the Viper, Randy Orton? And again, your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. But that certainly is not all, because we are now receiving word that Jay White won't return to AEW TV this year. But if he does return, do you want to see Jay White in the WWE? And again, there was a feeling, a strong feeling that AJ Lee was going to end up in AEW when CM Punk was in AEW. But it would appear as if that is not going to happen. That is not going to go down. Huge update, breaking news on Crown Jewel and Wrestle Palooza. Breaking news coming in right now. Naomi recently vacated the Women's World title due to pregnancy. And as seen on this week's Raw, Adam announced that the new champion will be crowned at Wrestle Palooza on September the 20th, where Io Sky will face #1 contender Stephanie Vaquer for the vacant title. Viewers, I shaved my head. I did a little buzz cut. So, of course, you can still see the outline of the hair. The hair's still there. It's got to grow in. Yeah, of course, guys, of course. But Not anything wrong with being bald, though. I mean, John Cena fixed his bald spot, right? While Io Sky and Stephanie McCurry are competing for the title of the next PLE, the eventual plan is to put the title back on Rhea Ripley. According to those in the know, the Dirty Sheets, WWE plans to book Rhea Ripley to win the Women's World Championship at Crown Jewel, Perth, in her home country on October the 11th in Australia. Also, breaking news coming in right now on more PLE coverage. Also, WWE plans to make this happen by having Rhea Ripley finally defeat Io Sky. It should be noted that the ongoing angle in the Raw Women's division is that Rhea has never defeated Io in a one-on-one singles match situation. This would mean that Io Sky is going to defeat Stephanie McCurry to become the new Women's World Champion at Wrestle Palooza. However, plans can change and card is always subject to change. Again, I want to make that evident and known right now. Bayley won't face internal WWE backlash for recent social media activity. Your thoughts and comments on Bayley and her booking, and what is she going to do next? What is going to be her next chapter in the WWE? The Righteous is expected to join WWE very soon. This isn't the first time the group's name has surfaced in WWE discussions because it happened back in December of 2022. Ric Flair reveals the only WWE star who is close to the level of Charlotte Flair. The only person who I think is close to her when he is on and healthy, and when you think about in-ring time and timing and knowing and where you are all the time, it is Randy Orton, who again, Randy Orton's booking has been absolutely tragic and mismanaged. Breaking news, Drake says Rhea Ripley is his muse. WWE has major plans for Wrestle Palooza. When WWE launches a new broadcast partner, the company has historically treated the first event as a high-profile showcase rather than a standard stop of the calendar. Remember, first impressions is the last impression. SmackDown's premiere on Fox in October 2019 and the transition to Raw on Netflix in January 2025 followed this model. Wrestle Palooza is being prepared in a similar fashion with attention on delivering memorable moments that will showcase the brand to a new audience. Behind the scenes discussions has centered on the possible involvement of WWE Divas Champion, the former Divas Champion AJ Lee, whose return would connect directly to the ongoing storyline between CM Punk and Seth Rollins with Becky Lynch. Now, this would be the next biggest return in the women's division. This would be on the level of when CM Punk returned to WWE after a decade, after 10 years. But CM Punk returned to the men's division. This would be the biggest return in the history of WWE as it concerns the women's division for AJ Lee, in my estimation. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Because according to Wrestle Observer, Wrestle Palooza will be a major PLE, which is expected to bring in a lot of eyebrows, a lot of eyes, maybe a lot of action. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena is rumored to main event in a last man standing or an I Quit match, or possibly a 3 stages of hell match. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE title is rumored to be the co-main event. AJ Lee rumored to make a return after 10 years for the PLE. The Usos versus The Vision. The Usos reuniting, the Usos returning as a tag team once again. Io Sky versus Stephanie McCurry for the vacant WWE title has already been announced. It was on this day, if you can believe this, breaking news, a huge update on AEW and CM Punk. You're not going to want to miss this one, guys. According to those in the know, it was on this day in 2023, AEW fired CM Punk. And then we all know what happened after that. The rest is history. Former WWE star Primo loses his retirement match. Logan Paul issues a heartfelt statement after his loss to John Cena. Listen, no matter if you like him or hate him, you got to respect what Logan Paul did. You got to respect that he goes in there and gives it everything he has. And even though Logan Paul lost against John Cena, the never seen 17, John Cena, the greatest of all time, Logan Paul definitely has... Well, he's in the discussions now. Logan Paul is definitely in the discussions. The Rock cries after his movie gets a 15-minute standing ovation. CM Punk, again, breaking news. CM Punk will appear on Friday's SmackDown in Chicago, and AJ Lee's name will either be announced or she will actually be there in person on SmackDown. But her official debut, her official re-release, her official return will be at Wrestle Palooza. Paul Heyman suffered a larynx contusion. Roman Reigns is out of action indefinitely with multiple fractured ribs. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, CM Punk said this to Becky Lynch: "You're the man. You just got bad taste and you married a bum. Again, what did you think about Monday Night Raw last night? Were you like it? Did you for it? Were you against it? Right on the edge of the seat? Did you want more of Raw, or was it simply a bore? El Grande Americano attacked AJ Styles on Raw. Dominic Mysterio retained. Now, I don't understand this. At least AJ Styles, the fans are so loud. They were so roaring. There was so much behind AJ Styles. I mean, the ovation was crazy. It was up there to the levels of a Hulk Hogan, a Stone Cold. I mean, the crowd was eating up AJ Styles. Why couldn't you at least had AJ Styles, a disqualification, a count out? AJ Styles didn't necessarily have to win the title, didn't have to win the championship. But by God, what the WWE did in this instance, I'll never know why they went that route. I understand they want Mysterio to keep the belt for more heat. But Paris went crazy for AJ Styles, and seeing him sing that song for several minutes. Asuka threatened Rhea Ripley on Raw in Paris. What is going to happen there? What is going to go down there? The Paris fans booed Nikki Bella on Raw and cheered Asuka when she rudely interrupted Nikki. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, what did you think about last night's main event of Raw? Braun and Bronson. Braun Breaker and Bronson versus Jay and LA for Raw. Buddy Matthews reacts to wife Rhea Ripley's fan incident. And again, viewers, fans, and subscribers, The Rock, the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, The Rock has lost reportedly 60 pounds for new movie. And a video has surfaced online about The Rock. Some say he looked sickly. Some say he didn't look good. But The Rock, again, had to lose a lot of weight for his new movie role. But there were a lot of people that were actually worried about The Rock. But you ain't got to worry about show and view, because I'm going to give you the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most definitive, the most exclusive. Because right now I am working on another blockbuster report during this live episode of Sean's View Entertainment. We are just trying to pull this up. But of course, hey, on live shows, we do shows. Sometimes you deal with technical difficulties, and that is exactly what I am dealing with right now. Some technical difficulties. Hold on, viewers. We're going to try to get this up here. That's what she said. We're going to try to get this one up. All right, hold on, viewers. We're going to pull this up here. We're not going to waste any more availability. I hate being mute. I hate being silenced. That's one thing I don't want none of my viewers or fans or subscribers to be is silenced. Several possible matches revealed for Wrestle Palooza. WWE NXT's Full Sail University return sells out ahead of CW and Netflix broadcast. Hulk Hogan. Wait a minute. Nick Hogan sues Bubba the Love Sponge over unreleased Hulk Hogan documentary. AJ Lee's WWE return will not be a one-off. WWE's internal reaction to AJ Lee's imminent return revealed. What is your reaction? What is your thoughts and your opinions? WWE Raw on Netflix. Breaking news just coming through right now. According to those in the know, WWE ranks number 6 globally on Netflix for August 25th, 2025. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Let's dig deep into this lawsuit. Nick Hogan has been keeping tabs on Bubba the Love Sponge and what he's been saying about his father, the late, great Hulk Hogan, and now it seems he's filed a lawsuit against Bubba over an unreleased Hulk Hogan documentary. According to TMZ Sports, it would appear as if Nick Hogan, acting on behalf of his father's estate, filed a lawsuit in a Florida court. The lawsuit comes as Bubba announced plans to release Video Killed the Radio Star, the untold story of Hulk Hogan's sex tape scandal later this month. According to the lawsuit, the project allegedly revisits his infamous 2012 controversy involving Hulk Hogan and Bubba's then-wife, Heather Clem. In the filing, Nick states that the documentary unlawfully uses images from the sex tape itself, even showing clips in a promotional trailer that was recently released. The lawsuit also claims that Bubba the Love Sponge, whose real name is Todd Allen Clem, has been marketing the film with Hulk Hogan's trademarks without authorization. On top of that, Nick argues that the release would breach a confidential settlement agreement reached between Hulk Hogan and Bubba back in 2012 over the scandal. The specific items of that agreement remain sealed in the case. Right now, Nick Hogan is asking the court to block the documentary's release and is also seeking unspecified damages. The fight between Hulk Hogan's family and Bubba the Love Sponge shows that the sex tape scandal is still causing problems even years later. It is unclear if Bubba's documentary will ever be released, but Hogan's side has made it clear that they plan to do everything they can to block it. So we will have to wait and see where that ends up. Who do you think and what do you think about this lawsuit? Should Bubba the Love Sponge be allowed to release this documentary, or is Nick Hogan right to block it? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Can't we just let Hulk Hogan rest? Can't we just let Hulk Hogan be, for God's sakes? Plenty more to come. Subscribe, because this is your place to be, and that ain't no LIE. Plenty more to come. Subscribe and stay tuned, because I got more where this came from.